More than half of humanity lives in towns and cities, and this number is growing all the time. In 2012, 1 out of every 3 people living in cities in the developing world lives in a slum. UN Habitat projects that this number will rise to 1.4 billion slum dwellers by 2020 if nothing is done.
For Ghana, each city has a slum settlement or a slum pocket. We are at about 5.8 million slum population. So if 24% of our population lives in slums, it speaks to us that we need to do something quickly about slums in the country.
In 2008, the Participatory Slum Upgrading Program, or PSUP, was launched. The program targets to improve the living conditions in towns and cities and positively contribute to Millennium Development Goal 7, Target 7D, to improve the lives of at least 100 million slum dwellers by the year 2020. Currently, there are 34 countries among the African, Caribbean and Pacific states participating in the program. It is an initiative of the ACP Secretariat, funded by the European Commission and implemented by UN Habitat.
La croissance démographique des villes a connu ces dernières années une accélération, une augmentation jamais connue par le passé. Pour l'Union européenne, l'engagement de l'ensemble de ses États membres, comme de la Commission européenne, est très clair. Il s'agit, dans le cadre des Millennium Goals, de faire en sorte que au moins 100 millions des personnes qui aujourd'hui connaissent cet habitat précaire puissent connaître un environnement différent dans les années à venir.
The ACP Secretariat has to help the ACP states to identify and share solutions so they can help their people to live with adequate access to water, good sanitation, normally what people should have to live decently. At the ACP Secretariat, we have a program going to local government. So we are already working with them. So the name of the program is Arial. We are present in more than 12 ACP countries where we are helping the mayors and local government to tackle substantive problems that the population can have.
The PSUP has adopted a 3-phase approach. Phase 1, urban profiling. Phase 2, action planning and program document formulation. And Phase 3, project program implementation. The West African country of Ghana is one of just a handful of countries in sub-Saharan Africa that reduced its population of slum dwellers by more than 20% during the 2000 to 2010 decade. Ghana's national housing policy, which prioritizes slum upgrading and prevention, works in perfect harmony with the Participatory Slum Upgrading Program.
What we have done is we have gone through the first phase to ensure that we have the stakeholders' involvement, and also, more importantly, to decide what aspect of community upgrading with respect to housing do we really need at this stage.
In the capital city Accra, the profiling phase has begun in this area of Gamashi. Josephine Okine is a resident of this informal settlement. She lives in this small house with her 4 children and other relatives. Although the PSUP is in its initial stages here, Josephine says she's looking forward to the slum upgrading project.
I need support of the government to change this house. It is difficult enough to send my children to school without having to pay for a better house. I would be ready to participate by joining the community or joining a savings scheme.
The priority area immediately is to look at the characteristics and then take a census of the population in the houses, know what facilities are in the houses and what interventions to make in there. And then also we're looking at the issue of titling. If you want to do any intervention in any housing project at all, you need to identify who the real owners are, whether they have title to the land, if the titles are genuine and can be used in any transaction insofar as the intervention is concerned.
The PSUP is making steady progress, but it hasn't been without challenges. The program has had to overcome a certain level of suspicion and an element of resistance to change from the community.
Once the first phase has been completed and people see the benefits, there is now a yearning by other people to be brought on board, and that is also encouraging other people to register with these associations and make contributions towards the acquisition of the property after the upgrade has been done.
The participatory slum upgrading program recognizes the importance of identifying tailor-made solutions to urban poverty, working in partnership with all the stakeholders and in particular with the target groups. As these pilot projects begin to roll out, the best examples will be replicated and scaled up to bring rapidly growing cities in African, Caribbean and Pacific countries closer to the ultimate goal of halving the number of slum dwellers by 2020.
We can't just wait to see some of these proposals getting on the ground, building some new structures, organizing businesses for the community, laying new roads or paving, maintaining the roads, bringing sanitation and water into the community, and then improving the way of life for the people.